Hello student, this is Latif sir. Today I'll discuss about ISC class 12 chemistry, the second chapter solution. Today I'll discuss about abnormal molecular masses. In the previous video I have told that what is colligative property, and there are four types of colligative property, and I have told that colligative properties of solution are the properties which depends on the number of solid particles only. Number of solid particles, not on the number of solvent particles. And I was considering the solution is made up of non-volatile and non-electrolyte solute. That is, there there are no association or dissociation of solid molecule. Hmm. But today I'll discuss about some solution in which there are dissociation or association of solid molecule. Okay, so their colligative properties also will be defined from the theoretical calculation value. So first you have to know about the abnormal molecular masses. In some cases, observed colligative properties deviate from their normal calculated values. That is theoretical calculated value using the formulas of defined colligative properties. I have told in the in previous videos. Okay. So in some cases, observed colligative properties deviate from their normal calculated values due to association or dissociation of molecules. Till the last video, I have told that the solution is made up of solute which is non-electrolyte. That is, there is no association or dissociation. But today I'll discuss about solution which contain a solute which can dissociate or associate. Okay, so in some cases observed colligative properties deviate from their normal calculated value due to association or dissociation of molecule. As we know, colligative property is inversely proportional to the molecular mass of solute. Okay, you have to remember, that's why higher and lower value of molar masses is observed in case of association and dissociation respectively. Now let us explain it by taking an example. We know that ionic compounds when dissolved in water dissociate into cations and anions. For example, if you dissolve 1 mole of KCl, molecular weight is of KCl is 74.5 gram. 74.5 molecular weight of KCl. If you dissolve 1 mole of KCl, that is 74.5 gram, in water, we expect 1 mole each of K plus and Cl minus ion, because 1 mole KCl dissociate to form 1 mole K plus and 1 mole Cl minus ion. Okay, in the solution. That is total particles in the solution is 2 mole now after dissolving 1 mole KCl. Huh. Because after dissolving 1 mole KCl, you will get 1 mole K plus ion and 1 mole Cl minus ion. If this happens, there would be 2 moles of particles in the solution. Now, if we did not know about the degree of dissociation, we could be lead to conclude that the mass of 2 mole particles is 74.5 gram, and the mass of 1 mole of KCl would be 37.25 gram. That is, uh, in case of KCl, if you uh, use 1 mole, if we dissolve 1 mole KCl, that is 74.5 gram, then the observed molecular weight will be for 1 mole KCl will be 37.25 gram. That's just half of the actual value. This is due to dissociation of ions. Okay, so this brings into light the rule that when there is dissociation of solute into ions, the experimentally determined molar mass is always lower than the true value. So when there is dissociation of solid particles, into ions, the experimentally determined molar mass is always lower than the true value. If we take a solute which can dissociate, then we will see that the experimentally determined molar mass will be always lower than the true value. Similarly, one more example in which there is association of molecule. I have taken molecule of acetic acid in benzene. Uh, Generally, molecule of acetic acid in benzene dimerize due to hydrogen bonding. In this case, number of particles is reduced due to dimerization. That is, two acetic acid molecule will dimerize to form one dimer molecule, which act as single unit. Okay, after dimerization, uh, due to hydrogen bonding. So, so it can be doubtly stated that here, if all the molecule of acetic acid associate in benzene, then delta Tb or delta Tf, that is elevation of boiling point or depression in freezing point of for acetic acid will be half of the normal value, because two acetic acid molecule here dimerized to form a single unit, that is number of particle reduced to half. That's why their observed qualitative property will be half, if you from the calculated or theoretical value. Okay, qualitative experimental value of this qualitative properties will be half from their theoretical values, because in such cases the particles associated through hydrogen bonding. Okay, so the molar mass calculated on the basis of this delta Tb or delta Tf will be therefore be twice the expected value. Okay, such such a molecular mass or molar mass that is either lower or higher than the expected or normal value is called abnormal molar mass. For example, I have told that KCl molar mass, actual molar mass is 74.74.5 gram molar mass, but in solution observed molar mass is 7.25 gram. Okay, so such a molar mass that is either lower or higher than the expected or normal value is called abnormal molar mass. In 1880, scientist Van Top introduced a factor I known as Van Top factor to account for the extent of dissociation or association. This factor I is defined as Van Top factor I is defined as factor Van Top factor is equal to I is equal to normal molar mass divided by abnormal molar mass, or Van Top factor is equal to observed colligative property divided by calculated colligative property, or it can also be stated as Van Top factor I is equal to total number of moles of particles after association or dissociation divided by total number of moles of particle before association or dissociation. Okay, here abnormal molar mass is the experimentally determined molar mass, and calculated colligative properties are obtained by assuming that the non-volatile solid is neither associated nor dissociated. In case of association, the value of I is less than unity, while for dissociation it is greater than unity. Okay, so value of Van der factor is greater than unity when dissociation of solid molecule occur, and value of Van der factor I is less than 1 when association of solid molecule occur. Okay, for example, the value of I for the aqueous KCl solution is close to 2, while the value of value of I for acetic acid in benzene is nearly half, that is 0.5. because acetic acid molecule in benzene dimerized and KCl in aqueous solution form two particles. That's why Van der factor for KCl solution is nearly 2, close to 2. Hmm. And Van der factor for acetic acid in benzene is nearly zero point 0.5. Inclusion of Van der factors modifies the equation for the colligative properties as follows. Relative lowering of vapor pressure of solvent. We know that Pa0 minus Pa divided by Pa0 is equal to Xb when the solute is neither associate or dissociate. But if the solute is associate or dissociate in solution, then you have to multiply the equation with I Van der factor. That is, the equation become Pa0 minus Pa divided by Pa0 is equal to I into Xb. Similarly, we know that elevation of boiling points is delta TB is equal to Kb into m. But this equation valid for a solution which neither dissociate or associate in solution. Hmm. But if the solute is dissociate or associate in solution, then you have to multiply the equation with I Van der factor. That is, the equation becomes delta TB is equal to I into Kb into m. Similarly, for depression of freezing point, the equation become delta TF is equal to I into Kf into m. And for osmotic pressure, the equation becomes pi is equal to I into CRT. We know that pi is equal to CRT is the osmotic pressure of a solution which contain non-volatile, non-electrolyte solute. But for the solute which can dissociate or associate in a solution, you have to multiply the equation with I Van der factor. That is, equation become pi is equal to I into CRT, or pi is equal to I into N2 RT by phi. Hmm. So these are equation. This equation valid for solute which associate or dissociate in solution. Okay. But if the solute not neither if the solute not associate or dissociate in solution, you have to use just a normal formula I have told in previous videos. That is, delta TF is equal to Kf into m, delta TB is equal to Kb into m. But if the solute dissociate or associate, you have to multiply by Van der factor I. Okay. Now, degree of relation between degree of dissociation, that is alpha, and Van der factor I. I have told that if the solid dissociate, then the value of Van der factor is if the solute dissociate, the value of Van der factor is greater than unity, and if the solute is associate in solution, then the value of Van der factor is less than unity. Now you have to find out uh, the relation between the degree of dissociation of solute and Van der factor I, and degree of association of solute and Van der factor I. First, degree of dissociation. If one molecule of a substance get dissociate into n particles or molecules, and if alpha is the degree of dissociation, then we can write A is the solid molecule which dissociate into n particles. That is A arrow np. N number of particles is n. Huh. Initially, 1 mole of A, concentration of A is 1 mole I have taken, and concentration of product is 0. Because initially product particle not dissociate. After some time, that is at equilibrium, you will found that there are some solid some particles after dissociation of a molecule. Okay, that is, after dissociation of solute A uh, into n particles at equilibrium, you will see that the concentration of product, that is P, will be n alpha, where alpha is the degree of dissociation of A. Okay, and concentration of A, that is solute, at equilibrium will be 1 minus alpha. Okay, now total number of moles, uh, concentration or mole. Okay, these are concentration or mole number. Okay, at equilibrium, concentration of A or mole number of A is 1 minus alpha, and mole number of P is n alpha. Alpha is degree of dissociation of A, that is solute. So total number of moles of solute at equilibrium is 1 minus alpha plus n alpha. Now Van der factor is equal to 1 minus alpha, that is total number of moles of solid present at total number of moles of particle present at equilibrium divided by divided by initially taken solid mole number of initially taken solute. Okay, that is here 1 mole of solute is taken, that's why alpha is equal to 1 minus alpha plus n alpha divided by 1, that is alpha is equal to I minus 1 divided by n minus 1. This is the relation between the degree of dissociation alpha and Van der factor I in case of dissociation of solute. Okay, you have to remember this equation. Alpha is equal to I minus 1 divided by n minus 1, where n is the number of particles after dissociation of the solute. Now second is degree of association, relation between degree of association and Van der factor. I have told that in some cases the solid molecule can be associate. For example, acetic acid in benzene associate to form a dimer. So here I have taken that n molecules of a substance A associated to form capital A suffix n, and alpha is the degree of association. Then you can write n a, small n capital A implies or arrow, the product is n an, a suffix n. Okay, so initially mole number of A is 1 mole, and initially mole number of an product an after association is 0. But at equilibrium the mole number of A is 1 minus alpha, and mole number of an is alpha by n. After alpha is the degree of association. Now total number of moles at equilibrium is 1 minus alpha plus alpha by n. You have to sum the moles of solute uh, before before association and moles of solute, number of moles of solute after association at equilibrium. Okay, that is total number of moles of of particle at equilibrium is 1 minus alpha plus alpha by n. Now Van der factor is total number of moles of moles at equilibrium divided by initially taken mole. uh, Mole of solute A, that is I is equal to 1 minus alpha plus alpha by n divided by n. Then after rearranging the equation becomes alpha is equal to 1 minus alpha divided by 1 by n minus divided by 1 by n minus 1. Again I am speaking that after rearranging the equation becomes alpha, that is degree of association is equal to 1 minus alpha Van der factor 1 minus alpha, sorry, alpha is equal to I minus 1 alpha, that is degree of association is equal to I minus 1 divided by 1 by n minus 1. Okay, you have to remember this equation and this equation in case of dissociation and in case of association, relation between degree of dissociation and Van der factor, and relation between degree of association and Van der factor. Using these two formula you have to uh, you have to do some numericals. Okay, in the exam question will ask find out the degree of dissociation or degree of association, or find out the value of Van der factor. So you have to remember these two equation. Okay, thank you.